Hello, I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Sammy, and this is Deepish. Hi, you guys.
I'm so excited about this episode.
I know. Get ready for the best episode of your freaking lives.
I'm just buzzing.
I know. This is going to be the happiest, best episode, and I hope you guys are just smiling from ear to ear the whole time.
This is me.
Why is this episode going to be so amazing, you ask?
Drum roll.
Do you want me to say it?
No, I'll say it. Yes, I want you to say it.
I didn't know if you wanted to do a lead up or what.
I mean, yeah. 2025 for you has probably been one of the hardest years of your life.
Yeah, 2025 can kick rocks, but now it's 2026.
And you know what that means?
I'm pregnant.
My best friend, Samantha Warner. Is it Warner Stewart?
No, Samantha Brooks Stewart.
I can't believe you dropped Warner, you
I know.
bitch.
I asked Warner just like that.
My best friend is pregnant. There is a bun in that mother effing oven.
Final frickin'ly.
And I am a psychopath. I get nightmares how I reacted. I know it's good, but I'm just like, you idiot.
Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll get into that. That's a little teaser for 10 minutes from now.
A little foreshadowing.
A little foreshadowing. But yeah, if you guys didn't already know, I'm pregnant and so freaking excited.
I think about it every day, obviously, but once a day I'm just ear to ear grinning because I'm just like, I think I was carrying so much tension and stress and sorrow for you. I literally can't imagine how you felt every single day. Because even if I would just think about it, even just thinking about you, it was just so connected to your struggles that you were going through.
Every time you thought about me, you're just like dark cloud.
I'm just like that.
Why do I feel sad all of a
energy.
sudden? Oh yeah, I thought about Sammy.
But it's just so weird how that has immediately shifted and lightened in just this bright, shiny light where I'm just so excited. I'm so happy. And you're so sick. You're so sick. But it's weird because I'm just like, my baby, but also I'm like,
You're good.
you're good. You're okay.
Yeah, I know. Should we start from the beginning?
Yeah, let's start from the very beginning.
Okay, guys, this episode is sponsored by Tidy Co Cleaning.
I love Tidy Co Cleaning. I cannot even tell you, after they came to my house and I walked through my doors, all I felt was relief, and I didn't realize how much I needed that.
It really does. You have to delegate as much as you possibly can, and I feel like deep cleaning your house is one of those. If you can get somebody else to do it for you and you can come home and enjoy it and be with your family and not be an anxious ball of stress.
That's what I'm feeling all the time. I felt that bottling up for weeks. And then after they came, it was like this release of just like, oh,
yeah,
it's clean. This really made a difference for me in my mental health. And the best thing about Tidy Co is they have 3 different things. Their basic clean, which in other cleaning companies, their basic clean is garbage. It's like, okay, we'll sweep the floors and mop and that's it. Even their basic is so in depth.
Yeah.
And then it goes even farther, and then the deep, deep clean, like down to the walls and the windows and everything. But that's what I love. And the owner, she's so cute. I loved talking to her because she was like, Kate, what are your needs? What are your pain points in your house? What are you looking to get clean, and how can I help? It was a different experience.
I actually love that too because I feel like it customized the experience. Because for me, I don't have kids, but I have a dog. And you have kids, so it's very different of what we actually need cleaned.
I loved that customization. They were so professional, so good. And you know what, guys? If you use code Deepish, you get $50 off your first clean.
$50.
$50 off. That is crazy to me.
No, but I really feel like we are also giving you a gift by recommending these guys to you because I have gone through 5 different cleaning companies and I'm like, how could they miss this spot? How could they miss this spot? This is a whole new level. It really is an entirely different experience when it's customized for your specific home.
So guys, if you need this for yourself or a gift, use code Deepish.
You can go to their website, tidycoclean.com, or you can follow them on Instagram, tidyco.clean.
We love Tidy Co. And thank you, Tidy Co, for sponsoring this episode. Let's lead up, because I think the last time, did we even say you were going to do your next transfer? Because your first transfer failed. I think we did talk about that.
Yeah, so that was in September. That failed. And then I think I talked about it, but it was rough on the timeline. I think I talked about starting medication and stuff because I wasn't super open about the timing of this last transfer. So I think maybe we talked a little bit about me prepping for it.
Okay.
But yeah, going back, we transferred November 10th and it freaking worked, you guys.
How is this time with medications and everything? Because I think it was a little different than your first transfer, or was it the exact same protocol leading up to the second? No, it wasn't. Tell them.
No. So it was same exact protocol, same exact medications. Only thing that changed was my progesterone. We upped it. I'm convinced my first transfer didn't work because my progesterone was too low. That's like what my heart is telling me. Mm-hmm. And so after my first transfer failed, they went in. I had to get another surgery. They did the biopsy. They wanted to test a bunch of stuff to make sure I didn't have endometriosis or anything like that. And so they did all that. We took a little break in October and then started prepping right away November, which was nice because if your transfer fails, like you still miscarry the embryo. And so I think that helped me a little bit. Usually after a miscarriage, you're more fertile and your period is more regular and it just does something to your hormones. So right after that, I was able to get on medication and start transferring. So this time, instead of doing 1 ml of progesterone and oil, I did 2, which sucked, but I was so happy because
you're done with the shots now, right?
Yeah.
That was just like this last week.
New Year's Eve, I took my last shot. It was euphoric. Ending 2025 and then waking up 2026.
Because there was one time where she had to do the injection and she released the needle and was blood pouring out of your body.
Yeah, it was like a water fountain of blood.
Because they're oil shots. So you put it in and it's not just like, ow, that hurt. It's like this thick liquid. Mm-hmm. And just do it every single day.
Yeah. And it's intramuscular. So you have to do it in your kind of bum hip area. There's been times I've had to do it by myself because I'm traveling or Hayden's not around. And so when I do it by myself, it's just been no good. So when he started doing them consistently, it got a lot better. But when you're putting that much thick oil into your body every day, I still have massive knots in my hips that just feel like there's a tennis ball in my hip. You could physically see it through my pants. It's crazy.
So will that eventually go away?
Yeah, it's already starting to like break up and get better because I'm not injecting anymore. So you start that 10 days before your transfer. And then last time they didn't check my progesterone before my transfer, but this time I made them. I literally went in on a Sunday and they checked it.
Freaking advocate for that.
Yeah. So last time it was at 9 and this time it was at like 37.9. Mm-hmm. So I felt so good about that. And then what's crazy is my first transfer was the day after Charlie Kirk got shot. And so it's just dark vibes.
And you were like, I'm going to go to dinner tonight. And I'm like, don't go.
Yeah, Chelsea's like, stay indoors. They haven't caught the shooter yet. But me and Hayden had reservations to get sushi because I was like, let's get sushi the day before our transfer. Like, that'd be so fun. But something about it was like vibes were off.
I'm like, have you seen? You're like, la, 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 la.
I'm like, literally, it's like manager stress. I'm like, block it out. The world is corrupt and this is so sad. And there's like a shooter on the loose, but no worries. I'm going to bring a baby into this world now. So this experience going into it. And also my first transfer, I had a work trip 2 days after my transfer. And I feel like that was a big flop because I should have just taken things slower and been on bed rest longer and whatever. So this transfer was also way better because I loved the doctor that did this transfer. Mm-hmm. And my first transfer, they were saying that the embryo was still a little bit frozen. And she's like, yeah, it looks like it's expanding, but it'll probably expand more once it's inside you. And I just always felt weird about that. And so this time I asked the doctor and she's like, oh my gosh, of course we'll check it. Let's double check, have the embryologist make sure. We looked it on the screen, like it looked perfect. And so I just felt so much better.
Something?
Yeah.
I will say something about your intuition. I feel like it's a superpower of yours. And I think you need to really listen to that. You have a really good gut intuitions, like about people, about yourself, about situations. I feel like you know in your gut things.
Yeah.
It's something that I envy because I think my gut is so broken because I just second guess and I'm like, well, what if this, like I don't trust it. Mm-hmm. But I think yours is always very spot on.
Interesting.
And I think you need to be like, when you're having those thoughts or feelings or something comes up, I want you to really trust those more. Like, yes.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm starting to recognize them a little bit more. It's just so hard when you're doing something. And I guess that's good to remember through pregnancy because the infertility stuff, you're doing it for the first time. You're just trusting everything they say. And You're going into their office so much that you're just like, if there was something missing, if my progesterone was low, they would catch it. There's no...
But this second transfer, you advocated for the progesterone. You advocated, can we double check this embryo? I want to see if it's like frozen still or what. And then she was like, no, if we need to do a different one, we can. Like, I want you to feel so comfortable. And you advocated for both of those. And that's huge. That could have made all the difference in this transfer.
Yeah, totally. And it's hard because if I look back to last time, I was doing everything I thought. And when she mentioned that about my embryo, it's not like we would have been like, oh, it's too frozen, let's get out a different one and thaw that one. That was our best graded embryo. I wouldn't have changed anything, but I still just kind of felt like that doctor just wasn't great. And so this experience was just better. But going into it, I was a lot more, I guess I was calm, and I was worried it wasn't going to be as magical, but it still was. It was so good. And that day is just always the best because you're literally watching a miracle happen. You're watching it go inside you, which obviously making love at home is probably more magical.
No, but it really is. Like, even the video, I was so annoyed because I kept texting her, send me the video, send it. And she's like, Chelsey, it's literally 15 minutes long. So she had to cut it up and give it to me or whatever. But even just watching it, it's very emotional.
Yeah, because you can see
emotional.
The catheter going in, and there's just like this light that goes into your uterus or wherever it needs to land, and it's so magical.
Just drop it in, and it's witnessing your potential child like enter into your body. Seeing that physically, is this weird like miracle that you're being able to witness is such a gift.
Yeah. And then you lay there for 5 or 10 minutes after, and me and Hayden are alone in the room talking about how it went, and I'm just like, things are happening. And the following days, so after your embryo transfer, they put you on princess days, which is basically just like glorified bed rest, where you don't want to raise your heart rate, you don't want to raise your temperature, but they hammer it into those husbands, like, she's not lifting a finger, you take care of her. So it's the best because you're not sick, there's no recovery from it. And you're just watching your favorite shows, eating your favorite foods. Hayden is my butler. It's just the best. But then you're also just laying there like, oh my gosh, there's stuff happening in there. Like, my baby is finding its home, hopefully.
Yeah.
But then it's hard, like, the following 10 days to manage those expectations of my dreams are about to come true or my heart's about to break. And we've been through all of that before.
Yeah, just that anxiety and waiting. Oh, it's just such a freaking cocktail of all the emotions.
Oh, yeah. So I was surprisingly calm after. I felt good. I don't know. It's weird. I felt good. So my transfer was on a Monday, and then up until Friday, like Friday night, I was in bed and I could not sleep. My heart was racing. I was just spiraling.
Yeah.
Because every time I would think about it, I would not know what to do. I don't know what to plan. Like, I love a plan. I love knowing, and it's so hard not to know. And so I was just trying to...
And I feel like that's gotten even worse. I don't know if this experience has made that worse, where you love a plan. You love to know what's going on. Not even in this, but just like in general. I don't know. I guess like you've always kind of been that way, but it's definitely enhanced, I think.
Yeah.
Because the unknown is so excruciating.
Well, I just think throughout my infertility journey, I was trying to control so many other areas where there's no question marks in anything else in my life. Like, I need to know what I'm doing on Wednesday because everything else in my life feels out of my control type thing, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe that's loosened up. I don't know, but I do like a plan. It's just part of my personality. So then Friday night I was spiraling. And then my beta test, so basically they make you wait 10 days and then they do a blood test to see if you're pregnant or not. But leading up to that, you could play around if you want to. Like, you could take a pregnancy test. We don't know when it would show up. Most likely it would be 7 to 9 days post-transfer. So like a week later, most likely. But some people test really early. Some people, who knows?
The risk is getting a false negative and being devastated.
Yeah, and I've always been like, last time I waited till 9 days post-transfer, which was the day before my beta. And I was so proud of myself for waiting that long because it's so hard when you're like, the answer is literally sitting in my bathroom right now. I could go pee on a stick and I could know what's happening. But for me, that experience is so sacred. And I just want like a once and for all, yes, it worked or no, it didn't. And then like, don't mess around with me type thing.
Yeah.
But this time was different because my beta was on a Wednesday. And then I was like, okay, so what? I'm supposed to just like test because you're supposed to test in the morning, like your first pee of the day or whatever. And so I'm like, what? I'm supposed to just test on a random Monday or Tuesday morning and then go to work right after?
Yeah.
If I found out it failed or if it took and I'm pregnant, then I'm just at work in a meeting. So Friday night was so anxious. I woke up Saturday morning, which was 5 days post-transfer. And I was like, I'm testing. Hayden went to the gym. I was like, this is my only opportunity. Because he always has alluded to the fact that he low-key wanted to be surprised. We've never been the type of couple that takes the test together. I think he just always pictured me doing something, which is cute. Which I like better too, because if I'm by myself, I can truly process my feelings. It can just be me alone in a room.
Yeah.
Without me worrying about Hayden's reaction or whatever.
Yes.
So then that morning, Hayden went to the gym, and I was like, F it, I'm taking a test. But I looked it up on ChatGPT told me not to do it.
You're like,
was like, girl, don't test. And I was like, I'm still going to. So I tested, and like, I have a video of it. I'm sure I'll post it with this, but I took the 2-line test and then the digital pregnancy test, because I'm like, I'll just take both. I want to see that freaking pregnant on that screen so bad, if it is or not. And then I just like that better because the line eyes and all that stuff. So I did both in, and I tested it, and then I'm waiting for the clear blue digital one to load. And I had this other one. And usually it's hard because I have both, but the clear blue takes forever to load. So then I'm kind of looking at the line one. And in the past, it's always one stark line. And so then like I kind of know going into it when it says not pregnant, I'm like, of course, that confirms it for me because I can't see anything. But there was I don't know, probably like halfway through the clear blue one loading, I had the other test, and I kind of turned it and I saw a faint shadow of a second line, and I was like, shit, no. So then I was confused because I was like, wait, because it was shadowy. So I was like, is that just an indent of where the line would be? Is it always like this if you hold it at a certain light? And so then I'm like, wait, no, that can't be true. No, this is crazy. And then I keep looking down. I'm like, wait, no, I swear there is a second line. But then it hasn't hit me out. Like, I won't believe it. It's like that clear blue is like my e-news, where I'm like, yes, if this tells me I'm pregnant, then I'm pregnant. And so then it sure enough pops up pregnant. And I just saw, I couldn't even talk. I was like, because I was filming it. So I'm kind of talking to my imaginary friends and sobbing. And I'm just like, shut up. And then I like go from crying to jumping up and down. And I was so happy. And then I was just like, holy crap. It's crazy because it's a moment that you wait for so long.
And then it's just there.
And like you picture it over and over and over again of like, what would that feel like to finally get it to that? And then you're there. It's wild.
I am like, my cheeks hurt right now just even listening to the retelling. I don't know how to explain it. It's like someone on this side of it, I'm sure Hayden can relate to me. Well, it's his kid too, but watching my best friend go through so much heartache and heartbreak and just physical pain and all this stuff, and there's nothing I can do to fix that or help that. Seeing the opposite of that when your dream does come true, it is such a euphoric feeling.
Yeah. It's like watching your kid win the state championship.
Yeah. It's so much joy.
And it's all this hard work and all of, and I think in that moment that all kind of flashes through. Just like everything I've done to get here. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's finally here. It's crazy.
You saw the pregnant.
Yeah. And then just like, holy, and then just those magical few 10 minutes that it's just you and the world and your baby are the only people that know. It's just like me and this baby, you know?
I have literally the biggest chills.
Yeah. And it's just weird because we pick out the gender. We know the gender. We know what embryo it is. We've handpicked it. We've created it. We curated it in a lab. We did step A through Z to get it here. And then I'm just like, oh, you came home and you're here and you're coming to me. It's just like the weirdest, longest process, but it's not just like, oh, we had sex 2 weeks ago and now I'm pregnant. It makes it feel even more meaningful.
Oh, yeah. You've been working out and you see the reward to that.
But it also is kind of crazy that I just went to a doctor's appointment and then I'm pregnant.
Because it's just weird to think about the embryo.
Like it skipped all of those stages, you know? And it makes you think, I feel like eventually they're going to have pods or something that grow these babies.
Oh, for sure. If they can do it to that point. I just wonder, like, at what point the embryo dies without a womb. How many gestational weeks until it just dies?
Well, because it's the placenta. The placenta takes over and gives them all their nutrients, all the hormones. It produces everything. So I just don't know how they would artificially create that.
Oh, definitely. That's going to be in the future for sure.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so it's wild that I went to a doctor's appointment and then I'm pregnant. So it just feels so like, oh yeah. But then at the same time, it's like, no. You have to do this and this and this and this and this. And then you're pregnant. So anyways, going back to the story, Hayden was at the gym and I had this Utah onesie I had in my drawer for literally like 3 years. It had been tucked away in my drawer in my guest room. So I just got out that onesie.
And what's weird is with the first transfer, you couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And the second one, you found it right away.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was panicking. I could not find it the first transfer because it was the same type of thing. Like Hayden leaves the house. I'm like, okay, I have to test right now. But where's that onesie? What if I am pregnant? I don't want to be looking through the closet trying to find it. And I couldn't find it. And I didn't find it until literally right before my transfer, which was crazy. So I get on the onesie, put the test by it, and then I just wrote on the paper, next season's going to look a little bit different. And so then I'm waiting for him to come home. And he's taking so long at the gym because it's a Saturday morning. He's with all of his friends at the gym. And I'm like, hello. So then I text him. I'm like, I need you to give me my shot because I have to do it before 9 a.m. every day. And he's like, I know I'm coming. Whatever. It takes forever. So then he finally comes home and I'm just sitting on the bench in our room with Scout. And then we have the test and the onesie. And he was just classic. Like, what? You tested already? And I was like, it's positive. And then he just hugged me and kissed me and was so happy. I was sobbing. It was the best. Just realizing it worked.
And just having that actually be your reality is crazy. And it's probably just pinch me. Is this real? Is this real? Is this real? I've never experienced it actually working.
It doesn't feel real. And even to this day, I'm like, pinch me, pinch me. I cry once a day because I'm just like, how did I get so lucky? I'm the luckiest. Like, I'm freaking pregnant.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, I came up and told you. Sam came over Saturday and I told him first, which was great. He like sobbed. I was not expecting that.
That was really cute.
So yeah, I told one of my friends Saturday, and then Sunday I was going to go up and tell. Hayden's mom was going out of town and he wanted to tell her. So I was like, yeah, let's tell her. Because what's hard with IVF, you can't really... It's not much of a surprise.
Yeah.
Because she knew we were transferring. You knew we were transferring. I'm like, this is my opportunity to jump the gun a couple days because I found out earlier than you thought I would.
Yeah, because I was thinking it was going to be Monday or Tuesday or something.
And so was I. I did not think I could get a positive that early. So that was the best because I could surprise people. So it was so early. I was barely like 5 weeks pregnant. But I'm telling Hayden's mom and you and my friends, whatever.
Then I'll take over.
So do you want to just tell it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then, so Sunday we go up and tell Chelsey.
Okay, so I've been so sick this whole week and I've just been bedridden and feel so gross and disgusting and sick. I hear the doorbell ring and I'm like, okay, obviously Brandon's going to get the door, you know? I'm sick. And Brandon goes, Chelsey, we go get the door? And I was like, no. I'm literally in my pajamas. I'm gross. No, you. And he was like, no, really, I need to do something. Can you please go get the door?
Well, it was funny because, side note, I texted Brandon ahead of time. I was like, are you guys going to be home today? I have something for Chelsey. I didn't tell him, but he knew.
Totally knew.
But then you left to go to the pharmacy. And so then I was like, wait, she should be back in like 15 minutes. And I was like, great. Chelsey going to the pharmacy, she'll probably go through Target and like an hour later, but you were quick. So you went to the pharmacy, then you texted me like, okay, she's back, which was perfect timing. Yeah. Because then I knocked on the door and then you had to answer it.
And it was weird because I went and I opened my phone because I'm like, if it's a freaking package, and I opened it and my ring, the camera was locked and I was like, of course, like I can't even
Could you tell it was my hand?
No. I thought it was something because sometimes like something like get in front of the doorbell or something.
Oh,
you
like
know?
so you thought it maybe was a package leaning up against it or
like
something.
yeah. And so I was like, oh, I opened the door and she's just holding the pregnancy test out. And something like possessed my body. Something possessed me. And I literally jump into your arms. Like wrap my legs around you, and the video is so cringingly happy / like what the hell are you doing, because you like stumble back, you're at the top of the stairs.
Like I literally almost fell down, like her whole balcony
fell down the stairs, and I'm like looking back, like I felt like when I watched like the ring video, like I feel sick to my stomach because your point of view, Hayden was filming, you can't really see your feet, but the ring, your feet stumble to the edge.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, like I almost just killed my pregnant best friend because I can't contain myself. And I am sobbing, like and you're laughing and crying, and I can't stop crying. And Hayden's just giddy at the ring. He's just smiling so big. And I'm like, come in. But I couldn't stop hugging you. I hugged you for at least 5 minutes. You're like, okay. And I'm like, no, a little longer.
This is getting uncomfortable.
Like, we're good. And you're like, okay. And Hayden's just like, anyways. I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah.
It was the best news. So emotional. So good. And then you guys came in and we like talked about everything. You told me every detail. And then you're like, I'll tell you the gender later. You didn't tell me the gender, which I was like, that's okay. Yeah, tell me when you want to.
Yeah.
But, it was the best.
And aren't you glad I waited to tell you the gender? Because that made it more special.
Oh, yeah. So
It was
happy.
more fun.
And I'm so happy you surprised me.
Yeah.
You drove up and I was not expecting that. And it was just such like, and Brandon was like, I feel like a physical lift from you, like how happy you are. And I'm like,
good.
I can't even tell you, this is the best news.
Yeah.
And he was so happy. It was really sweet.
I know.
So then after you left my house, you went and told your mother-in-law.
Yeah. And that was good. Hayden just handed her the Utah onesie with the pregnancy test. And she was like, what? I think she was shocked we told her so early.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, like you're only 5 weeks. I'm like, yeah, but it's so hard. I can't keep it a secret. Yeah. So that was good. And then we didn't tell anyone for a while after that. We waited. I wanted to wait till my family was in town and my dad was coming for Thanksgiving. So it was probably 3 weeks later that we started telling people, everybody else. Yeah. And that was good.
Who was the best person to tell? The funnest person to tell?
Like my dad. I think it was really special telling my dad just because it's like your parents. They get to see you become a mom. I'd had so many deep conversations with him crying about like, why am I not pregnant? It's the same thing, the feeling you have for me, like as a parent, when you see your kids' pain get relieved. I think that was really special.
I think you got a lot of the surprising people with telling people you're pregnant, and then you kind of got like an and one with the gender too. I think you really carved out that space to be able to share those things.
Yeah, with a lot of people, like I would just be like, oh yeah, we're doing a transfer and it's this, and also I'm pregnant and it's this. With most people, I wasn't crazy about the gender, but I feel like with my family and you and with Hayden's friends, there's a few people that I held the gender tight and told them in a fun way.
Yeah, but I know that that was a big thing, that you were grieving this loss of being able to surprise people, tell people the gender, just the traditional way. How are you feeling about that today?
I think that there's still a bit of a loss there just because just that process, even telling some of my friends, like, oh, we knew it. Oh my gosh. And that's what my family said. Like, there's still a lot of, oh my gosh, like we figured it worked. Everyone's kind of reading my behavior or my body language or whatever. So I feel like that's hard. And there was a lot of people we didn't tell that we transferred, but ultimately I was happy that I was open about my transfer because I feel like a lot of people showed up for me. My brother brought me dinner that night. People took care of me, which I feel like was good, and that's what I needed. So the trade-off is worth it, but IVF still just robs you of that, but you just have to be okay with it, you know?
Totally.
But it's not like I'm like sad. Obviously I'm pregnant and that's all that matters. And I feel like I made it fun in my own way.
Oh yeah, I think I just look back on this whole experience, all the little highlights of finding out how many embryos was so sweet and special.
Yeah.
Doing the bags, and then just even leading up the little memories. You give it the Sammy magic and every little thing, making it an and one special.
Yeah. I'm just like romanticizing the whole process. Because even when I told you what the gender was, we went to dinner and I got 2 suckers. I got like a blue sucker and a pink sucker. And then I gave it to her and she put it in her mouth and had to guess a flavor.
Yeah, if it was blue raspberry or like cotton candy or like something like that. And that was, I'm so happy you did that.
See, it just makes it more fun.
Oh,
and
so
obviously,
much more
like, you
fun.
can't do that with everyone because it's hard. Even a lot of my friends who I didn't do anything with, I'm like, when am I going to tell them that I'm pregnant? Or everyone's texting me and asking me and I'm dodging questions because I want to tell them in person. And so that was my main thing with like people I'm really close with, and I can feel comfortable setting boundaries. Like, hey, I'll tell you, but let me tell you in my own time. But with other people, it was hard because I felt like I couldn't. I just want to tell you in person. That's all I want, is just to be able to tell you in person. So stop asking me.
So then you gave me the suckers.
Oh, yeah.
And I couldn't tell. I was like,
talk me through what you thought.
Okay, so I've always said, I just always picture you with a girl.
Yeah.
Like, you with a boy just didn't compute to me. Not saying that you wouldn't be an amazing boy mom and your boy will be perfect. That's not what I've envisioned.
Yeah.
I've just always envisioned a girl. But then you got me questioning and second guessing. And I think you've always wanted a boy first traditionally. Like, you're like, I want a boy first to protect everyone and da-da-da. So when you say that and you'll be like, Hayden, I really want a boy, or I want him to have a son. You made a lot of comments like that. So then that got in my head where I was like, did she do a boy?
Yeah.
But my gut and my heart is like, it's a girl. So I was so, I don't know.
It was so funny because my whole family was convinced it was a boy. My sister said the same thing. She hasn't listened to the podcast really very much, but she just got this different job and over Christmas break binged every single episode. So she's like, oh, I just listened to this episode where you guys are talking about IVF and what gender you'd want. And now I know you're having a boy. And I was like, interesting, really? You think that? I told my family I was pregnant, and then I was going to wait till Christmas to tell them the gender. We were going to do some big fun thing. And the first heart rate was like 126 or something, which is kind of on the lower end. And traditionally, if the heartbeat's lower, it's a boy. And she's like, yeah, you can tell a lot by the heartbeat for the gender. Now I know for sure it's a boy. And I'm just like, interesting.
I know. And I feel like you did a really good job at being the interestings and the like. I had no idea. And so I closed my eyes, you put the sucker in my mouth, and I'm like, what the hell is this taste? Is this blue raspberry or is this cotton candy? What is this?
Yeah.
And I was sucking on it forever. You're like, Kate, just guess. What do you think? And I was like, I'm going to just say girl. I think it's girl. I'm tasting girl, and I think it's girl.
But could you be like, okay, this is cotton candy?
No.
You really?
I think I was gaslighting myself where I was like, no, this could be blue raspberry. Like cotton candy and blue raspberry.
I know, that's why it's so interesting. And it's like a flavor.
Then your brain too. It was a weird experience.
And so you put it in, and then you're like, girl. And then I told you. It was a girl.
It's a girl. Okay, so now talk about why a girl, how you're feeling about girl.
So when we were deciding, because it's true, I always love the idea of an older brother. And I always just kind of picture, I don't know why, that just traditional family, like big brother. But just for some reason, me having a boy first just didn't feel the same. I don't know. But also a big part, the mother-daughter relationship, I feel like that will heal me in so many different ways. And I think that your first is just so special, and it's just different than any of your others. And I thought that having that with a girl would give me that sacred time with her and having that special slow down moment. That's also why we chose not to do twins, is because I just felt like it would be too chaotic first time around. I wouldn't enjoy the transition to motherhood as much because sure, it might be easier to go from 0 to 2 than 2, like whatever, because you're just doing it anyways. It's a large transition anyways, but I just want to slow down, be with her, rocking her to sleep, just have it be me and her for a while. And also my sister and my nieces, that is genuinely like one of the best parts about my whole life, is just the dynamic I have with them. And we go on a girls trip every single year, and we do all these girly things, and I'm just like, I want to add to that and like build on top of that. I for sure want to take my chance to get a girl. And Hayden was so supportive. He was so just like, whatever you want. That sounds great. I think he's excited to be a girl dad.
Oh, he's going to be the cutest, most protective, sweetest girl dad. It's weird because I kind of compare him with my brother-in-law, Hafid, and Hayden are similar in some ways. And seeing Hafid be so sweet and lovey to his daughter reminds me about how Hayden will be. Yeah.
That's cute. And it was so hard, though, because my nieces for like 6 weeks thought it was a boy. And so my niece would be like, oh, I was just going to say something, but I forgot it's a boy, so never mind. I'm like, okay. And then like, well, will your boy come on the girls trip with us? I'm like, yeah, he probably could for a couple of years until he'll stay home with his dad or whatever. I like played into it hard, but I could tell they were disappointed. And so it was the best telling them it was a girl.
Yeah, I feel like telling them you were pregnant was still so beautiful, so wonderful. But I think it wasn't the reaction maybe you were expecting. Mm-hmm. And I think telling them the gender was like, boom, this is what I wanted.
100%. They were screaming. Everyone was jumping up and down. It was so fun.
And how you told your family was so cute. You got this little scratchers, like a scratcher, and then they did bingo where if you get 3 in a row of the same color, then that's what we're having, which is so creative. All of these ways I had never heard about.
I know. So it made it fun. I'm not big into like a massive gender reveal type thing. I don't love a lot of that type of stuff, but I love making things fun in a casual way.
Absolutely.
I don't want it to be this big production where I'm like doing the pink or blue smoke or whatever. I want it to be like an interactive activity that they're doing. So that was really fun.
Who got it first 3 in a row?
Chloe, which was the best.
And was she just
but like I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna scratch one at a time. So I'm like, okay, scratch off the first one, now the second one. And like she kind of jumped the gun at the third one and was like, oh. And then I was like, okay, scratch off the third one. And then she was like, oh my gosh, screaming up and down. It was so cute. That was funny, but my sister was shocked and my brother was shocked. Everyone thought I was having a boy.
It's weird though. It's almost this testimony feeling of truth. When he was like a girl, I was like, this feels
yeah, you're right. Like, I do know my intuition, my gut instinct.
And it feels right. Yeah. And it was so fun afterwards. We just talked. We were at the restaurant for too long.
And then we talked to my car till midnight on a freaking weeknight.
And just about every single little detail.
And now it's interesting. So I'm starting to care about a lot of the stuff that
you didn't care about before.
Yeah. Like the Nuna or the Duna and the blah, 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 blah. Now that I can talk to my friends about it, it's like, okay, tell me what's good.
We literally talked about strollers for 45 minutes one day. Like 45 minutes talking about one stroller.
But is that interesting to you? Is it fun to put your experience to words?
I wouldn't say I'm dying if it was a random, especially newborn stuff, because I am far removed. It's so fun talking to you about it, though. And it's hard because everyone's experience is different, but I haven't really bought new stuff in like 8 years because like I've just used it. So there's so much cool new stuff. I love that you trust me, like you care about my opinion and care about my experience. So that's really fun. So I could talk about freaking bottle warmers for days with you.
And it's just fun to hear everyone, because everyone has such different opinions because their experience is so different or they like different things. But it is kind of crazy, even trying to find like an OB. No one could give me a solid recommendation of an OB that they loved, or they're like, oh, my OB retired. It was so hard finding a doctor. For one reason or another, I didn't want to go see their doctor. Like my sister hasn't had a newborn in like 11 years. And so it's like, I don't know what a baby brezza is. Everyone's so different. And so I like talking to everyone about it because then I can get the variety of intake.
Yeah. Yes. And we had talked about it too. This is your experience and you'll be able to carve out, okay, what feels good to me? What do I need? What are my priorities? What's really fun, I think, just something unique about our relationship in general is we can talk about freaking candles or a purse or whatever it is, something random for so long. But we both have this desire to really understand each other and help each other iron it out and figure it out together. And that's even just with baby stuff. It's like, okay, wait, let's talk about your needs and what would be the best. And then we come to this decision and it's very satisfying and rewarding. But even just these little babies, it's like, wait, should we do this sleep training method? Should we let them cry it out? Should they share a bed with us? Oh no, what formula is the best? Or this or that? Or should I add these drops or should I not give them Tylenol?
Even with pregnancy, it's been like, oh, should I take this? Is it worth it? What are the risks?
It's a lot of decision fatigue. But then on the other end, that's more the anxiety inducing stress. But then on the opposite side, there's this grounding of love and motherhood that you're already starting to experience, even just being pregnant. You feel so protective. You feel so excited. You feel so grateful. The love is already starting to develop, and that times is every day.
And just the connection that you feel. It's hard because I always ask guys at my work or my friends' husbands when we've gone like double dates, when did you feel connected to your baby? Because I feel like Hayden is not there yet. Obviously, he's so excited and talks about her and whatever, but I'm not even showing yet. It's not real for him yet. But I'm like, our baby's lungs developed today. You're welcome.
What'd you do today?
No idea like what is actually going on. But then I'll show him my little app that shows the size of the baby or what's happening. It'll give me a paragraph of her. She can hear now and all this stuff. It like almost gives him the heebie-jeebies where he's like, the human body is so weird. I'm like, I know, isn't it crazy? It really is crazy. Or the other day I woke up and my freaking abs were so sore. And my uterus, I felt like I did like a massive ab workout. So I was like, what could that be? That's so random. And I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, your intestines are moving into your abdomen.
I also think that through this infertility IVF process, you've learned so much about your body and what goes on that most women that just get pregnant right away don't even care to know or know. And I think that curiosity is probably continuing, but it's just crazy how much now your body's taking over and it's just like, hey.
But it kind of feels a little claustrophobic. I feel like an alien is invading my body. And you kind of just get panicky. You have to just submit and trust God that whatever plan was made, whoever designed the human body, that it's meant to happen.
Is it more claustrophobic or worry yet? Are you worried?
Here's the thing. Since the day I found out I was pregnant, I have had this calmness of that's not my story. Like miscarrying and stuff, I'm like, that's not my story. I don't know if that's just me being like, no, I can't even think about that. But I genuinely have felt so calm. Like, even when I was telling you that I was going to try and sneak into the fertility clinic because I graduated at like 9 weeks. And I was talking to you. I'm like, maybe I'll go in for one more scan because I had to wait a long time to get into my midwife. And I was like, I could go in and beg them for a scan, but I'm like, she's good. I don't need to.
That is such a blessing.
Yeah.
That calm and peace is everything.
Don't get me wrong. Of course, I'll have days where I'm like, I hope everything's good. But I've also been so sick that I'm like, there's no way she's not just thriving. In there. She's taking every nutrient from my body. She is a little beyond.
Speaking of your body, how are you feeling physically? Obviously, you're so sick, but are you feeling the relief of all of the medications and hormones and all that stuff leaving your body? Or is it just kind of like exchanging that for throwing up 3 times a day?
I feel like it's more of an exchange. I definitely don't feel good being off medications because it was the best when I graduated from the clinic. They gave me a schedule, and the last day that I was taking medications was New Year's Eve. So stop all medications. And so I just woke up 2026 as a normal pregnant person. And that's just the best feeling ever because I'm like, okay, this stretch has been the hardest and longest because I'm like a little anxious getting off progesterone and just trusting that my body's going to take over. I know she's been getting everything that she needs up until then. And so not controlling that and just trusting my body's not going to fail. That's scary.
I mentioned this earlier today. Physically, you look different.
Yeah, I think it's, first of all, getting off of all of my fertility meds. I didn't realize how much water weight I was like retaining.
Yeah, and it's not even something I was clocking or noticing. I think it was just kind of this normal. You're obviously trying to get pregnant and maybe a little swollen at times. But seeing you today, even just like your face, I'm like, oh, you were having a lot of swelling.
Yeah. And I've gotten that comment so many times. Like, your face looks thinner. I'm like, yeah, because I freaking am off all these steroids and stuff. But also, I've been losing weight in my first trimester because I've just been sick. But, like, it's been stable now, which is good.
But have you felt any of that kind of physical water heaviness dissipate at all? Or is it just like, oh, like, give me that over throwing up my guts?
Yeah, I feel like that's gone, but it's hard because I still don't feel good, so it's just changed.
I know it'd be amazing if you were just feeling good and like off the medications and being like, okay, we're here.
I'm hoping now that second trimester has begun, I will turn a corner.
Yeah, and start feeling better.
Yeah.
I just want that phase for you so desperately during this pregnancy where it's like, I'm feeling really good.
Where you just like wake up one day and you just feel better. The clouds have parted. Because that's what's scary is some of my friends are like, oh yeah, I was sick till 24 weeks or I was sick till what? And I'm like, no, please no.
And it's so different. And again, like this is your story, so you'll see how it goes through. But also, I've been really proud of, I'll be like, hey, tell me all your physical ailments today. And you'll send me this, like, I'm feeling this. And then the end is like, but I'm so happy.
I know, even my therapist, I got on the other day and she was like, how are you feeling? And I was like, oh, I'm so sick, but like happier than ever. And she's like, you don't have to say that. You can just be sick. You don't have to be always so grateful. And I'm like, I know, but also it helps humbling myself of, okay, like I know this is what I've always wanted, you know? So like I knew this came with it. But what's annoying to me is when people are like, yeah, see, like pregnancy is the worst. I'm like, I never thought pregnancy was going to be a breeze. Like you wanted this. This is what it is. This is what you've been missing out on. I understand, but also this is the way through. This is the way to a family. I'm aware. It's also funny to me when people are like, well, if you have a hard time getting pregnant, you're going to have a really easy pregnancy. Or if you have a really bad pregnancy, you'll have a really easy delivery or like whatever. Like there's some trade-off. And I'm like, I just don't believe that because I just don't.
That's not your experience.
I can't count on that. Yeah. Because it's like.
It hasn't been.
Maybe so like everyone has a variety of different things, but just because one thing's true doesn't mean the other will be true.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll just have the best baby now. I'm like, we don't know that. Who knows? You know?
Yeah. And I think it's just that acceptance of this is my story.
Yeah.
And every step along the way, even if it's really hard, it's freeing in a way. I'm not having these expectations of what it should be or what it's going to be, good or bad. I'm just letting this unfold. And I'm keeping in mind my gratitude along the way. Today does suck because I've thrown up a million times. And that both are true today.
Well, and that's something positive that infertility has brought me into this. Not a lot of people have that where it's just like you accidentally get pregnant or something and then you're miserable and it's like, oh, we didn't even want this baby. Or even if it's just a surprise or whatever, you don't have this like, oh, but I worked so hard for this, you know? So I think it's good. I think overall, even on my sickest day, obviously I would not trade it. I'm so happy I'm here. But I also think about having another baby. And I feel like I will think back to this day and be like, I can't do that again.
No, I don't think you will.
Obviously, you go through it all. But like when you're in it, you're just like, I can't ever do this again.
It's so crazy how much you literally just forget once your baby's here. It's like infertility. I feel like you're pregnant now and obviously it's still very close, but I think it's more far away than I was expecting it to be for you. You're like, hey, now I'm pregnant. I'm on to the next.
And I think then it's going to be like postpartum and adjusting to motherhood and all the things. So there's always going to be something. So remembering to stay humble and be grateful for how far I've come. And I obviously am. And so I think it's made it good. And I think it will continue to be good.
Oh, I'm giddy. Have you had any dreams or any thoughts about her looks?
No.
Any like nothing?
Mm-mm. I mean, I've had dreams like that all of a sudden she's coming and it's fast forward to July and she's here. I'm not prepared, like that type of thing, but I haven't had any revelations like people have.
When you think about motherhood, do you think about a baby or do you think of a toddler or a kid?
Right now, I think one little baby. When I think about toddlers or kids, that's what I'm most excited for. I'm obviously going to enjoy this phase, especially where it's just like me and her and it's slow days, just learning how to take care of her and stuff. But the peak of motherhood is what I'm most excited for.
Yeah. Oh, it's so delicious. Because right now, where Rooney's at, he's 2, and 2 is hard. But this is the ages that I crave Lennox to be, or crave Riggs to be. When I look back on pictures of them as babies, I'm like, oh, cute, love them. But when I see them 2 and their little chubby cheeks and they look like themselves, but miniature, I would cut off my left arm to have a day with my 2-year-old Lennox. So I have that very strongly with Rooney right now, where I'm just like, I love today. Even though you destroyed every aspect about this house, I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah.
And that's not something I let myself experience with my first 2.
Yeah.
And so it is funny and different, the different phases and stuff. And I'm trying to let that roll over to just having that perspective shift. Even with Lennox, my first, him being 7, I'm like, I love you being 7. I know there'll be a day where I feel that. Like, I wanted this day back.
And I think a lot of my friends tell me that it just keeps getting better and better. You think it's like the best it is, and then they get a little bit older, and then it's just better in so many different ways, which is exciting. It's going to be hard not to be like, oh, I just can't wait till she's 3. I can't wait till...
No. I don't think you'll be wishing
for her to get older.
Yeah.
I think you'll get sad that she gets older.
I do think you're going to love newborn stage. And I think it's going to surprise you.
Yeah.
Like how much you're going to love having a baby. But I think it's going to surprise you how much you love having a newborn.
Yeah. I know. I think I will be surprised because it's hard for me to picture. And I get a little, I don't know if you got this, but I get fear of having buyer's remorse.
No.
And that's the thing is everyone says that. Like, no, you will never feel that. I'm like, that's good. Because it's just like 3 weeks in and like on the hardest night, you're just like, what did I do to my life?
No. You won't feel that way. But you will have hard nights and it will be really hard. I don't think you'll ever be like, what did I do? I think it'll be maybe both too, where it's like, this is the hardest night. And there was nights where it wasn't this hard. But I don't think you'll ever be like, what here?
No, I don't think so either. Because it's like you wouldn't trade it. But it's a huge life change. And there's no going back.
Yeah. And there'll be lots of days where it's like the hardest day. Like the hardest day ever. But it'll never be wishing it away. There'll probably be days where I wish I was away. Like, bye, you know?
Yeah, or like you could hit pause and just go take a nap.
Totally. But it's weird because I just had this thought. I think Hayden's going to be like, it's going to shock you how obsessed Hayden is with a newborn. I think he's going to love a newborn and it's going to surprise you and him.
Yeah, because he does not think. He's like, call me when the kid's 3. I'm like, okay.
No, cool. I just think he's going to have this little bundle of baby on his chest while he's playing video games and he's going to just be like, holy crap. I love her and I love this. Give me her like all...
I hope so.
Or like she's fussing and he'll be like, no, she doesn't like to be burped like that. She likes it like this.
Oh, no, I know he'll be like that because that's how he is with our freaking dog. And it's funny because people like my sister, like you, people who know him are like, oh, he's going to be so annoying. He's going to be so just like, no, this is how you buckle her in or whatever. But I think I'm going to be surprised how not opinionated he is because he's not going to really know what he's doing. I think maybe as she gets older, what we're feeding her or whatever. But I think I'll be surprised where he's like, I don't know, you know what's best type thing.
Yeah,
like,
I think
a lot with the mom.
Like, I think a lot with this stuff, buying stuff or what this and what gadget and gizmo to get, he's gonna be like, I literally don't care. But I think he will be opinionated about certain things when she's a newborn.
Yeah.
Because I think back to Brandon, who literally still to this day, if it's a newborn he doesn't know, he's like, no, thank you. I will not hold that baby.
Yeah.
Like locked in. And it's just like, he knew what they needed.
And he's seen a lot of our friends and we've talked to them on double dates and stuff where the guys are like, dude, it's the best. You just have this intuition that it just kicks in and you just know what to do. It's crazy. And so I feel like that will happen. It's going to be so interesting.
And newborns are hard. You're both going to be so tired and exhausted. And sometimes I think it'll be like, oh, okay, well, she's crying. Like it's your turn. Like that kind of stuff was really strong, at least for me with our first, where it's like,
figuring out a routine and the dynamics and stuff.
And getting easily upset or being like, oh.
Yeah. Like,
No.
I've been doing everything. Yeah, I'm sure that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like usually on the opposite side. At least with like parenting Scout. He does everything. And I'm like, she good? Hi, Scout. Love you. Bye. We'll see.
I'm like sometimes just picture holding her, especially since I've had 2 nieces relatively recently. I've had my first 2 girls.
Yeah.
And it is different.
Just with them being so little, why is it different?
I just think I love girls and it's really fun, and I just know how boys are. I love all my nephews and it's so fun to talk to them about whatever they're interested in. I love them. But with my little niece, we were FaceTiming the other day and I was like, I could literally just sit here and watch you babble in your cute little pink zip up onesie all day. Like, you're so cute. And I'm like, let's girl talk. Let's chat. And I just can't wait for them to get older and to be like, let's go get nails done. Let's go watch Cheetah Girls. Let's show them those girl things. Is going to be so exciting. And that's kind of how I feel about you having a girl. I know that I'm going to have this auntie love.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Totally. And that's the thing, is it's just such a different relationship with like my nieces versus my nephew. It's fun and he's so adorable, but it just doesn't hit the same.
Yeah. And obviously you're so deeply close with your nieces in a way that's probably different than most aunt nieces.
Yeah.
They live downstairs, you've known them, but now you're gonna have your own baby to be teaching and doing things and going on trips and getting nails done and doing Taylor Swift nights. And
I can't. That's gonna be, and that's the stuff I don't even think about till I see a TikTok or something of a mother-daughter date, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a girl that I can talk to about crush. That's so far in the future. So I feel like I'm good at, okay, come July, what's my life gonna look like? Get the nursery, that type of stuff. I'm very much in that. But that's what's so exciting about becoming a mom, is there's just so much joy ahead.
Oh, so much, so many complex emotions ahead. Like,
Yeah.
all of the emotions.
But that's living, that's life, and that's what's so hard. People don't realize how much I've been missing. It's hard when people are like, oh yeah, motherhood is so hard. And I'm like, I get that, but you're actually living life and having complex emotions, but it's a part of the process. Same thing with a marriage and falling in love. You wouldn't trade it.
Yes, exactly. And I think there even has been during this pregnancy a lot of, oh, it's here and pinch me moments.
Yeah.
I can just picture you though at a market, like a Pinners or a Beehive market, whatever, with her in her newborn little stroller, and you're just gonna have those moments of like, holy crap, my baby's here. And I'm a mom.
Yeah. I just picture the first time I see her. I can't. That's one of the best moments of your whole life.
Oh, it really is. It really is.
Did any of your kids look different than you thought they would? Did any of them come out and you're like, whoa, what?
I mean, your newborns don't look really like your baby's gonna look. Newborns have a look and they're your baby, but it's a newborn look, and then that fades around 6-ish weeks. They start getting into their look, you know?
And I can picture kind of how she might look as a toddler, but as a newborn, Hayden had like really black hair as a newborn, and I was blondie. But I'm just like, if she comes out with a head full of black hair, I will be like, who is this
Thing.
Can I also tell you one of my fears?
Yeah.
I have this all like 3 times a week where my stomach will drop, and I'm like, oh no, what if they put the wrong embryo in? Or what if they mixed my egg with someone else's sperm?
That's wild.
And I just like have a black baby.
That's wild.
Like, isn't that crazy? And then Hayden's just not a part of any of it. Like, it's not his kid.
That is like such a crazy, obviously irrational thought.
But also, I'm gonna get DNA testing done on all my kids if we do IVF for all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Just so I can know.
We should find a documentary about an accidental.
Oh, there's tons of them. This guy used to come to the eye doctor I worked at, and he had literally inseminated so many women with his own sperm. It would be more like a mix-up in the lab, I feel like. But I'm just like, what if that happened? That's like what's scary for me. So I'm like, what if Hayden's not the dad? It's so weird.
I know, and that's such an interesting thought experiment that like we had to do this step, and so there is this random irrational thought.
There's a rare chance that this baby could not be mine. Yeah.
Or even yours at all.
Or what if they accidentally put like a boy in?
Yeah. Oh.
You just don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. But no, it's weird because Lennox had a little bit of hair, but then they lose hair and then he was bald. Just things where you're just like, are they going to have a lot of hair? Are they going to...
You don't know. The only thing that would shock me is a bunch of black hair or something where I'm like, whoa, she looks so different than what I thought she would look like.
Yeah.
Like the second I meet eyes with her.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think back on all three of the boys if I ever felt shocked. Your emotions are so high. It's such a whirlwind when you just see them. It locks in, but it's also like, I know you, but I'm meeting you for the first time. It's this weird.
It's like Love is Blind.
Yeah. Like I've been talking to you through a pod for a while.
Literally.
That's really how it is, where it's this very familiar motherly love, but then
You
it's
have this like image. Yeah.
This is what you look like. This is crazy. I think one thing too to remember, I think a lot of people, as soon as they see a newborn, it's like, oh my gosh, I see so much of you, or I see so much of Hayden, or like your nose or your eyes or your whatever. But as a newborn, I learn now they're going to change so much. So obviously you want to see you and Hayden wants to see you, and I'm going to want to be like, oh my gosh, Sammy, it's your cute little nose. I'll probably do that.
But yeah, she could even have a cute little nose at birth, and then it grows and it becomes really long and pointy. Like you just don't know.
Yeah. And even it really is. I look back on newborn pictures of Lennox and I'm like, you're an alien. Like you're so different.
Yeah.
I look at pictures of him at 3 months, 6 months, and I'm like, that's my baby. Like that looks like Lennox looks.
It's so weird. So who knows? We'll see. This is the most unreal it will ever feel. It's just going to get more real and more real as time goes on. But even right now, I know it's coming and I know I'm pregnant and I'm obviously feeling pregnant, but it just hasn't even hit me like all the things that are to come.
But this feeling is so universal.
Yeah.
Because I feel that now when I listen to someone talk about, oh, high school and sports and this, so much more is to come still. And I don't know what that's like.
But that's an exciting place to be in life versus like I've
finished.
It's like once your kids are raised and stuff, it's like, oh, being a grandma's the best. Like you can experience all these new things, which is true. Or retirement and whatever.
Maybe it never ends. And it doesn't have to end.
It probably doesn't end. And then you're just like, I wonder what it's like to die. Hopefully, ideally, that's the path we follow, right? In that exact order.
I know.
Were you ever afraid you were going to die giving birth?
No. I don't think I was going to die, but I was so sick and I was more scared my kids would die.
Yeah. I just saw this girl that died during a C-section. And I was like, I kind of write my baby a letter or something just in case I don't make it back from the hospital.
Okay, rip.
See, that's the intrusive thought I have, but I feel confident that she's going to be fine. But I'm like, what if I don't make it through this?
That's dark.
It is dark, but it happens. That's what's so sad. You giving birth is something crazy.
People die every day. That's what my mom, she's so wants to schedule Brandon's vasectomy immediately. She's like, you're done having kids because her fear is you're going to die. Yeah. Like, you get so sick and it's so scary and so bad. Like her fear every pregnancy is like that I'm going to die.
Which I would totally have that for my daughters, of course. But it's just so sad that these moms get to that point. They give and they just never get to see their baby.
Okay, you're not going to die.
I don't know. I don't think I will. That's the thing is now that I'm learning what it's like to be pregnant and birth is traumatic, you literally go into that. You could die, but it's not talked about. Probably for a good reason.
It is really crazy that there's so many healthy moms and babies out there.
When I think about miscarriage, every single person on this planet is a result of not miscarrying. It's wild. So the odds are pretty good, right? But there's so many miscarriages.
It's a weird zooming out moment again right now when we're talking about it's like, I have fingers.
Yeah.
Like, I am here.
But it's logistically, every single one of us is a product of a healthy birth.
And it's such a miracle.
Like a success story.
Life is wild.
It is crazy. Just the fact that women's bodies just know what to do.
That is always
And did you know
crazy.
that babies get signals? They know what to do. When they get signals to get in position and stuff, they know. How is their brain telling them to
get into
stuff?
the canal. We're about to dive in.
They're intelligent enough to do. It's just crazy. It's so crazy.
But then, do you really not believe in anything? Is there not a God? When you really think about all of that stuff, are you just like, yeah, that's just human design, like science? Or is it like, no, there has to be something
it's like
more?
It's like the universe. But is that an actual dude that created that? Did he come up with all of that? What's harder to believe? One person just is doing all this stuff with the creation of the placenta and the thing and the thing and the thing, or just having it be more of an everything and all the things.
But in everything and all of the things could potentially be a God, like
and
a
that's
higher
like more
power.
what I believe in. Yeah, that's more of what I believe in.
Like more of a reason. There's a reason for all of these things, and it's designed.
Obviously, it's designed. Obviously, because we're breathing, we have all of these things. But I don't think it's just a random, spontaneous thing. But I just don't believe in the traditional
God.
Like one man is responsible for all of this. Like that feels like a lot. Like Santa goes to every single house in one night. How does he do it? It's crazy. It's more everything, all of the things. But I think that could be qualified as a God. I don't know. But I think God is in everything and is of everything. And but it's like, how does that get created?
Yeah, and what's the origin of that? What does that even mean? It's so brain make sense when it just doesn't.
Yeah. But it's like, that makes sense. But the same thing is, then it's like absolutely everything has to have a purpose then. You know, like a plant, an ant, a bee, whatever. It's all the same. It's creating life. It's the living, breathing thing. And then it dies. But what's the point? That's what I think we might be missing. There might not be a point.
But there is a point.
Where we live and we experience, but what comes next? Is there a next? I don't know.
Or maybe this is it. Maybe this is the destination. This experience is it. And this is
where it's like, that was the whole point.
This is the point. Well, whatever it is, it's like it is the point right now. Feeling these feelings, experiencing these things is part of whatever this is.
And I agree with that.
Where are we?
I know. Okay, well, that was fun.
I'm so happy.
Telling you guys, I'm so relieved you guys know.
Oh, I'm so happy.
It's kind of fun that we took a break and then I just came back pregnant. It's what a little time off can do for you.
Everyone knows in your life, friends, family, gender, and you're pregnant. Is there anyone that you're like, oh, shiz, I haven't told that random aunt?
Well, no, because I posted it. So at this point, everyone knows.
I'm so happy for you.
I know.
Mama.
Come July, we'll have a new member.
This was one of my thoughts is I think she's going to come late.
Do you think she's going to come late? So August, probably?
I think like 41 weeks.
I'm
sorry.
So you think she'll come like August 5th or something?
Yeah. I think she's going to really want to get, and she'll be big.
Yeah.
That's my prediction. What's your prediction? Early?
I have no prediction. I have no idea. If I just have a traditional, healthy, normal pregnancy, then I could definitely see her coming late. And I'll just be miserable in the heat mid-peak summer. Just so pregnant.
You need to get a little floaty pool out there.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go to some pools and just try and float. And also, I get that it's in the summer, but also I can just stay home and be in the AC and prop my feet up.
The trade-off is having your baby be older during peak 6 season. It really is perfect.
Yeah. But most people who have actually been pregnant in midsummer, it was not that bad. You know, think about like your pregnancy with even Rooney.
Yeah.
You were the most pregnant you ever were all through summer.
Well, for me, I was on bed rest that whole time. I didn't leave my house. But I think it'd probably be harder if
you had like a few kids running around.
And you're like going to the pool. Yeah.
Yeah. But even then, go to the pool and just float.
Yeah. But with your first, literally, just stay in the AC, go to a movie, get popcorn, hang out. Like, you'll be fine.
I can't wait for food to be good again.
I'm going to start craving something.
The most thing I'm pissed about is I'm just like, I thought food was supposed to be fun during pregnancy, and I've never eaten less and never hated food more.
I know. I want you to be like, I love cereal. I love pickles. I love blah. I hope you get
I'll
that.
eat cereal a lot because it's literally the only thing I can stomach.
Yeah. I wish that for you. In this next trimester, something you love.
And I hope food slaps so hard where I'm just like, that was the best pizza I've ever had.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
I thought I was pregnant. Not really, but...
You thought that you were?
Not really, but...
That was all my predictions for you last year, was that you were going to accidentally get pregnant.
No, I'm on my period right now, but I loved pickles with Lennox. And I like pickles in general, but I would make Brandon, in the middle of the night, go get me a massive jar of dill pickles, and I would eat 7 a day. I love just like a thick-ass pickle in my mouth. And
I'm sure you do. Yeah, nasty girl.
Heated rivalry. But the other day, like I had the mini dills, and I'll like have pickles on the burger or whatever, but it's been a long time since I ate a pickle out of the jar.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was just craving a pickle, and I ate 8 mini pickles.
And you're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah. And then I drank some of the pickle juice. I was like, I need this sodium or something in this. Like my body needs it. And then afterwards, it was like, you know when Lorelai like eats an apple and she's like, I'm pregnant? It was one of those situations. And I couldn't stop thinking about Brandon's like, Chelsey, you like pickles? Calm down. I'm like, no, baby. I just scarfed down 8 pickles and swallowed pickle juice. That's a sign. And so the next day I bought a pregnancy test and took it, but it was negative.
What was going through your mind when you thought that you might be?
I think it was like 85% was like, this is obviously negative. But I was like,
I know,
What
but
is
where
it?
you're like, if it's positive, panicking.
Yeah.
I would have secretly loved that, but whatever.
I know. I literally thought about it
You.
too. Me being like, I'm pregnant, and you just like, we're gonna have babies together. That would be really happy. But it's weird. Yesterday again, we were just together. We ran an errand or something, and I looked back, and our car's in the shop right now. So we're driving Brandon's car, which is way smaller. So all the boys are crammed in the back.
Yeah.
And their faces are really close together. And I looked back and I just looked at all their little faces. And I said to them, I was like, I can't believe I made you guys. You guys are literally mine. I made you. And I felt this like, complete just crash into me. And I get those feelings of completeness a lot.
Yeah.
But I need to just honor that and be like, that's true. Like, it's okay to be done.
So is it hard to pull that trigger on the vasectomy though?
No, Brandon is like, I need to schedule it. I think after he's going out of town this next week, and then he's like, I need to schedule the vasectomy this year. And I think he's done with.
I know, we need to do a whole episode on this. When to know you're done having kids.
Yeah. He's nervous about the vasectomy, and I'm like, boy, I do
poor
not
little baby.
care.
I know,
do
it's
not
so
care. I'm like, I
stupid.
hope it hurts.
Yeah. I hope it hurts, and I hope that you're mentally unwell for 3 weeks after.
I know. I'm just like, it's this like sadistic side of me where I'm just like, hee.
Yeah.
I was talking about periods yesterday, and I was like quizzing him on vaginas and periods and all the things. And I'm proud of him. He understands what a period is and like a flow and
Yeah.
the days and the tampons and how many times you change your tampon a day. I was like, good job. Like, you're getting a gold star right now. But I was like, do you understand? Inside of my vagina, my uterus is shedding and I am bleeding, drip, 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 blood out of it. And I'm hurting. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, no. You need to sit and listen to this.
Listen and cry and be validating.
Yeah, it's bad. Being a girl sucks.
I know, it really does. But also, it's like we're the only ones who could do it.
And I love being a girl.
Like
being
when
a girl's
Hayden's
the
like, I'm
best.
sorry, I wish I could take your pain. I'm like, you could never.
Like you literally could never.
You could, like, you have no idea and you will never know and you could never handle this.
It was so funny. I saw this TikTok and it was like, I don't understand my wife's pain threshold because like giving birth, and it's like, oh yeah, my vagina just ripped, and she's like, okay, it's fine. And then it's like laid on her hair accidentally, she's like, ow, my hair.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, the baby just bit my nipple while they're breastfeeding. Oh yeah, but it's bleeding. Ow, that sucks. And then he's just like, wait, what? And then he slaps her butt and she's like, oh, that hurt more than anything.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know.
That's so true.
And that is me.
Because in those moments, it's almost like expressing the pain to them, that we have to be tough about the other things, but the little things like the hair and the stuff, we can be like,
is there anything more painful if someone puts their elbow on your hair and 2 hairs are stuck under and it's the yank?
Oh, it's the worst when like you're doing it. It always happens when I'm freaking doing it. And I'm like, this is going to kill them. Like, you need to get off my hair.
Oh, I tell Brandon, I'm like, you need to be a book boyfriend right now. And as you're laying me down, scoop my hair up and lay it.
Yeah.
On
exactly.
the pillow, because
like,
my hair is under me, and so you're yanking me up and my head isn't getting.
Exactly. It's the worst.
Do you like during sex, like if you like pulls your hair, are you into that?
I used to be. Not with Hayden though.
Smack me, choke
not
me.
since I fell in love.
Since
like,
I loved myself, no, but
yeah. And now I feel like I'm into that a little bit.
I feel like I'm definitely
you?
not like a pull, but I'm like a hair and you can grab onto like ponytail my hair.
Yeah.
But if you're yanking on my hair, I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah, totally. Like a little bit like wrangling some control. That's fine.
Okay, anyways, baby, you're pregnant. That's how babies are made.
Yeah, that's how babies are made. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. And thanks for all of your love and support throughout this whole journey and listening to my whole... It's weird to be in this room where we've talked about all the pain, and this distracted me from a lot of my infertility stuff, and now we're here, and it's like I made it.
I feel like the
The
podcast
rock
this
is
last
off
year
my
was
arm.
good.
The boulder is
Boulder's
gone.
off. I'm so excited. And then we'll just get like pregnancy updates along the way and see how you're
Yeah.
feeling, how you're doing. Okay, guys, we love you so much. We'll talk to you next week.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.